So we just need to wait for that to lose its shine. So the reason I use these is when I'm then pinching, I can come in and I can take these and I can control how much pressure I put on. So anyone that's a competitor out there knows we do quite a lot of pinching when we do competition nails, but when we work in salon, we don't actually necessarily need as much pressure. We just need a small amount. A lot of the tools that have been invented, all they actually do is taper, and it's one pressure, and it's quite a forceful pressure. And what applying too much pressure can do, and this forceful pressure, especially on a salon enhancement, is it can cause oncolosis. So it can cause the natural nail to separate from the nail bed. And this gives you a nice controlled pinch. So this will put it in the position you want, and using the clamp will then keep it in this position. So if I just show you this, you can just see it opens quite freely. We can make this tighter by wrapping 2 bands around it. And this would actually make it tougher like this. So this is the kind of pinch that I would do for competition nails, but I would just use a looser pinch like this on any salon nail. Okay, so these are my clamps that I've got. So you've got this part here, which is where you can stand it up if you want. They come with these elastic bands. So a lot of the pinching clamps that you get come with your standard elastic band, and the problem with these is they're not very resilient. So when they are stretching, you lose the elasticity of it, and they just become they're just harder to use. So these are quite tough, and what these actually are just horse hair bands. So hair bands that are used for plaiting horse hair, and it allows them to be quite tight, and they don't lose the elasticity. My pinching clamps actually come with 2 spare ones of these as well for you to use, but you can always get yourself a larger pack off any online retailer as well to replace them, or replace if you've got pinching clamps at the moment and you don't find the elastic band great on them, you can use that. Also, for many moms out there, you'll probably have an abundance of loom bands around, so loom bands also have the same effect. So to test whether this product is now at its pinching stage, what you get is you get 2 drying stages. So with your acrylic, you get your wet stage, which is when you first pick it up, and you need to wait for the polymer and the monomer to mix together. Then when this happens, this is when you get your shiny pearl, and this is your workable stage. Your next stage is moldable, which is then your 3D stage, and then now you get your dry stage, but it's not quite fileable. So what you'll get is you'll get 2 different sounds. You get your lighter tap, or you get your very hard tap that we'll recognise from doing with our brush. The lighter tap is when it's pinchable, and the harder pinch is when it's then fileable. So I just want you to see, so if we turn the hand upside down, you can see the C curve still, and that was purely from that form fit. So there is no need to pinch it, but I just want to demonstrate the pinching techniques to you. So we've got the nail here, and we're going to take our pinching tweezers. So we pull open the skin, we slide this up, and rather than that tapering, we pinch at this zone, and we can control the pinch, so we can put as much or as little pressure as we want. And you can see that this is perfectly square. I'm not tapering it, I'm weakening it. So this now helps us get it in the position that we want, and then we use the clamp to hold it as it fully polymerizes to the hard knock. So we open this, we have the skin open as well, and we come right down here, because what we want is for it to come absolutely perfectly in line. And now you use this part here, and you will push it closer together. So again, for a salon, just 1 or 2 is enough, but if we're doing something like a competition, we will push that closer together, much closer together. And we would also probably have 2 bands on to make that a more secure pinch. So that's just a nice light pinch, and what that's doing is keeping it in that position whilst it fully polymerizes. Okay, so to file this, I'm going to use, again, the files I said are my favourite files. So I've got my Astonishing Nails buffer, my 150, 180 file, and my 240 grit file. I'm going to remove this, the free edge. You can see, put your credit card in this. We look from the side, how the nail comes up and off an actual nail. And it's nice and thin, this upper arch is straight, your lower arch is straight.